Welcome to I Couldn't Help But Wonder, Divorce Decoded, the podcast where we untangle the legal, emotional, and financial threads of modern divorce, one story at a time. I'm Lorraine Silverman, and today we're walking straight into that pre-wedding buzzkill no one wants to talk about, the prenup. It always starts with a ring, then the venue, then the catering. And somewhere between the string quartet and the place cards, someone mentions a prenup. I couldn't help but wonder, can you plan for forever and plan for failure? In a world where love means never having to say, "What's your net worth?" what happens when you do? The story. The developer and the designer. Noah was a third-generation real estate developer. Trust fund, tailored suits, and more square footage in his portfolio than some neighborhoods. Emma was a designer with a startup dream and a credit score she described as in progress. They met at a gallery opening, fell hard, got engaged fast. 3 months before the wedding, Noah's lawyer emailed her. "Just a formality," he said, "nothing personal. Subject line, prenuptial agreement." The prenup was 26 pages long. Emma cried. Noah froze. And suddenly, the question wasn't, "Will you marry me?" It was, "Will you sign this or walk away?" And just like that, the wedding became complicated. The legal breakdown. What makes a prenup valid? In New York, prenuptial agreements are legal contracts signed before the marriage that outline how assets, debts, and income will be handled if the marriage ends. Prenuptial agreements can address separate versus marital property, spousal maintenance, inheritance rights, debt allocation, and business ownership. Prenuptial agreements cannot decide things like child custody or child support. Those are always subject to court review and the child's best interests. To be enforceable, a prenup must be voluntary, no coercion or pressure, fair and reasonable at the time of execution. Fully disclosed, both parties must exchange financial information, and executed properly, which means acknowledged in the same format as a deed. This means that a prenuptial agreement needs to have the same signature block and formality as is required for the transfer of real property. So if the signature block looks different than the one on your deed to your home, then you may have a problem. Additional problems arise in prenuptial agreements when one party doesn't have their own attorney, signs under pressure close to the wedding, and does not understand what they are agreeing to. Judges can invalidate prenuptial agreements that are unconscionable, rushed, or wildly one-sided. The takeaway. A prenuptial doesn't mean you're planning for divorce. It means you're planning with your eyes open. For high net worth individuals, it's not just smart, it's protection for both parties. But here's the key. Have the conversation early. Bring transparency, empathy, and legal support. Because the only thing worse than asking for a prenup is signing one you did not fully understand. Thanks for joining me on I Couldn't Help But Wonder, Divorce Decoded. Next week, we're talking debt, and how saying "I do" might also mean saying, "I'll help pay off your student loans." Until then, whether you're writing vows or redlining clauses, remember, love is emotional, but your finances should be rational. For more resources or a confidential consultation, visit thecdslawfirm.com.